welcome to Business Review, a daily program that delves into the latest and most significant economic stories. From stock markets to currency news, Business Review covers the most up-to-date developments in the global finance.
The Federal Reserve on Wednesday made a key adjustment to its efforts to support the economy while upgrading its outlook for growth. At the conclusion of the Fed's two-day meeting, the central bank said it will keep interest rates near zero and keep buying bonds until the U.S. reaches full employment and inflation settles at 2%. Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, said the economy still needs more fiscal support as virus cases continue to spike. Millions remain out of work, and funding has lapsed for several programs that were helping households and businesses stay afloat.
Although there has been much progress in the labor market since the spring, we will not lose sight of the millions of Americans who remain out of work. Looking ahead, FOMC participants project the unemployment rate to continue to decline. The median projection is 5% at the end of next year and moves below 4% by 2023. The economic downturn has not fallen equally on all Americans, and those least able to shoulder the burden have been the hardest hit. In particular, the high level of joblessness has been especially severe for lower-wage workers in the service sector and for African Americans and Hispanics. The economic dislocation has upended many lives and created great uncertainty about the future.
Powell has carefully but consistently urged Congress to provide more financial help to businesses and families that have been struggling amid the pandemic, while promising to use all of the Fed's tools to help cushion the economy.
Together, these measures will ensure that monetary policy will continue to deliver powerful support to the economy until the recovery is complete.
The Fed does appear a little more optimistic about the future, indicating that it anticipates a 4.2% rebound in the nation's gross domestic product in 2021, up from a September forecast of 4% annualized growth.
As COVID-19 cases spike across the United States and the economy staggers, Congress is debating to pass the long-awaited for COVID-19 relief bill as a government shutdown looms. Dalia Al-Komi reporting for Kuwait Television, Business Review, Washington.
COVID-19 could cost the global economy up to $9 trillion over the past 12 months. The pandemic has harmed the poor the most. JP Morgan Bank reports that it's clearing nearly $3 trillion in wire payment each day. But it seems this cost bill is not finished yet. As most of the countries are pushing to secure trillions of dosage COVID-19 vaccine, it is estimated to have cost up to $2 trillion US. In UK, the total cost to deploy vaccine is uncertain. The current estimate is up to 12 billion sterling pound, which includes the cost of batching 9 vaccines for the UK and deploying them in, according to National Audit Office.
This is actually the best investment going at the moment, because if we look at the enormous losses during 2020 because of this pandemic, any money we spend to get the vaccination rolled out and to roll it out to every country is the best investment in town right now. The needs to get this work going at $38 billion, and we have a gap of $28 billion currently, and we urgently need over $4 billion. But we are now seeing the donations coming in. We've secured agreements with the manufacturers, but we're also seeing very positively wealthy countries that have done their own agreements with manufacturers are now saying, look, we understand that other countries around the world need to vaccinate at the same time. So they have also agreed to provide their surplus doses. So yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's going to cost, but this pandemic is way more expensive than this action. It really is. We have calculated that if we get this going, the return on this investment will be complete within 36 hours.
Even as 2 vaccines are rolling out, but the shortage of dosage number is still very high to secure the needs of shot worldwide. The race is still open for up to 10 other vaccines are waiting to be approved soon to secure more than 10 billion doses, even more, which will be hard to produce in the coming year. It is very clear, no vaccine can do the job alone. The only way is to work together. But no one months ago can expect the announcement of Oxford AstraZeneca to work together with the Russian Sputnik vaccine.
Russian facilities will be used for the Russian market, but we build partnerships in India, Brazil, Korea, China to produce for outside of Russia. We already have started manufacturing there, so a large part of our vaccine will be produced outside of Russia. But we only have capacity to produce for around 500 million people. The demand is much bigger. So again, we view ourselves as only a part of the vaccine solution. And other vaccines, we believe, even if they manufacture maximum capacity, we still would not have enough vaccine for next year. So we believe in partnership, and we believe that AstraZeneca partnership is a very important step in the direction when other vaccine manufacturers will also start thinking about how each of the other shots work with one another. And I think this is going to be hopefully the theme for next year, cooperation on vaccines, not competition on vaccines.
Vaccination markets is too huge. This is why we see AstraZeneca and Sputnik working together to maximize the profit. Gamal Shaheen, Business Review, London.
The launch and contract signing ceremony of a new online economy industrial park was held in Shanghai's Zhanjiang Science City, which is the cosmopolitan latest practice of sharpening an innovation edge and building a new highland of independent innovation. The event highlighted projects with focus on online new economy and covering three major industries of integrated circuits, biopharmaceutical and artificial intelligence. A total of 93 projects were signed or launched, bringing in a combined investment of 87 billion yuan. According to the construction plan, the new park will cover an area of 4.1 square kilometers. The park will fully strengthen the Science City's originative advantage of science and technology and strive to become the industrial cluster, talent incubator for online new economy, and ultimately empower Xinjiang's digital economy. Since the creation of the Science City of Pudong New Area in 2011 in Zhanjiang, a large number of multinational enterprises have signed cooperation contracts or moved into this Chinese-style Science City. Covering an area of 94 kilometers, the Science City is designed to become a comprehensive national science fiction innovation center up to the international standards.
The annual Central Economic Work Conference was held in Beijing with Chinese leaders charting course for the national economy in 2021. In a speech at the conference, Xi Jinping, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China's Central Committee, Chinese President and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, reviewed the country's economic work in 2020, analyzed the current situation, and arranged the economic work for the next year. The meeting said that this year is an unusual year in the history of the People's Republic of China, as the country faces severe and complicated international situations, arduous tasks in seeking reform, development and stability at home, and heavy blows from the COVID-19 epidemic in particular. China has made historic achievements that have satisfied the people and impressed the world, as the leadership has maintained strategic focus, made accurate judgment on situations, made well-planned deployment, took decisive actions, and made arduous efforts. The country has become the only major economy with positive growth this year and scored decisive achievements in three key battles: significant progress in sci-tech innovations, key breakthroughs in reform and opening up, as well as improvements in people's livelihood. Noting that 2020 marks the final year of the 13th five-year plan, the meeting said China has accomplished new historic achievements in economic and social development through sustained hard work over the past 5 years, with major targets and tasks listed in the plan to be completed soon. The meeting said that the Chinese nation has taken a new big step towards national rejuvenation. China will keep its macro policies consistent, stable and sustainable, in 2021, according to the statement released after the tone-setting economic meeting. The annual meeting added that the country will continue to implement proactive fiscal policy and prudent monetary policy amid efforts to maintain necessary support for economic recovery. In 2021, China will adopt a fiscal policy to offer stronger financial guarantees to major national strategies, promote science and technology innovations, accelerate economic structural adjustment, and adjust income distribution in a proactive manner.
This has been Business Review, your daily source for the most critical financial stories. Tune in next time for the latest financial news impacting the world economy.